This is Ringwalk Media in association with Red Lion Specialist Cars, Highland Whiskey Clan, one-to-one boxing gyms, and of course the Glove Box Management. Nina Hughes, former world champion. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thanks. And it's good to see a big smile back on your face, and you getting back in the ring next week.
Yeah, I just thought, you know what? There's no point dwelling on past results. Get straight back in there, enjoy myself. I love fighting, so yeah, why not?
Well, you're going to be fighting on the top tier card down there. I think it's at York Hall, isn't it?
Yeah, you're cool.
Johnny Clark's got the DAZN involved as well, so it's a TV show.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you what, you pick your opponents, don't you? Because you know she's pretty tough. I think she's Kenyan, isn't she?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, she's got three or four knockouts to her name, so she's
Yeah,
not going to be
she's
an easy
done quite well
opponent.
recently.
Sorry.
She's done, yeah, her knockouts are quite recent. I think she started her career with not so many wins, and then she seems to have got more wins
I
recently.
think last five fights she's had three TKOs.
Yeah.
So she's a tough, tough cookie. And, it wasn't that long ago, you obviously, trying to get the world title back. So what made you decide so quickly to get back into the ring?
Well, obviously, after the last result, I was obviously devastated. I was just annoyed at my performance. Really, I just didn't feel like I performed. The better person won the day, and I come back and I was just like, "What do I do?" At the time, I'm like, "Is that it for me?" And yeah, and then people were saying like, "There's still big fights out there for you." And
Mm.
yeah, then my manager offered me this fight. I think I had 3 weeks out the gym when I got back. He offered me this fight, and yeah, there was 6 weeks to go, and I thought, you know what? Why not? I haven't boxed in this country for 2 years. Nice to get back in there, get a win, box in front of all my friends and family, and box again in this country.
Well, it's a nice little confidence booster as well. Although you have got to be careful, like we've said, she's a pretty tough cookie. But it must be nice to sort of know that you've got that desire in your heart to carry on a little bit. Because a few
Yeah,
boxers, when they come off a loss like that, they kind of go, "No, I'm done." But you haven't done that.
yeah, yeah. Well, like, I think I'm realistic. I'm not stupid. I know if I feel like a perform, if my age had caught up with me, and it's time to hang up them gloves, then I'd hang up them gloves. I'm not one that I'm just going to carry on too long. My coach has always said he'd be brutally honest. When he can see that it's caught up with me and it's time, that then yeah, I'll give it up. But yeah, I don't believe that performance was down to my age. I still think I've got plenty more to give.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're
Well,
gonna get this.
let's talk about the performance a little bit because you said you weren't happy with it. I watched the
Yeah,
fight. Obviously, you're over in Australia, so you've got a little bit of fatigue there, which plays a part, doesn't it? Of course, all the time
yeah.
zones. Do you think, in hindsight, it might have been easier to go a couple of weeks earlier? Do you think that might have been a little bit of
We
a
did.
different
We
thing
did
for you?
we did go 2 weeks before. We had to fund ourselves. We did go 2 weeks before to try and acclimatise. It was all the way in Sydney. I mean, I don't know what. There's no reason. That's because we actually had the best camp there was, so there was no excuses. I just felt like on the night I didn't stick. I didn't do one thing we trained for, stick to the game plan. I got drawn into a fight against the bigger, stronger girl when the plan was to box her.
Yeah.
And I got drawn in, and yeah, so yeah, everything we was meant to do, I didn't do.
Well, at least you know that, and I think that's the good thing. If you can recognise, what the downfall was, and put that right, then there's still a very,
Yeah,
very talented Nina Hughes in there, isn't there?
yeah, exactly. Like it's hard. I think it's more annoying. Like the first fight, I believe I won, and I performed well, and I was happy with my performance. It's just a shame that I didn't obviously get the decision, and I had to go back to Australia again, getting paid peanuts. I was made mandatory for the rematch because of the decision of the first one.
Yeah.
The WA recognised that I should have won the fight, and they made me mandatory, and I got a chance to put it right, and I didn't. So
Well,
it's hard. But
tell me about that because I think it was Katsuhiko Nakamura, the judge, who scored it 92-98. I'm not sure what they were watching because I watched that fight and I can
yeah,
understand the 94, 96s, 95s, 95s. I understand that because it was a great fight and could have gone either way, I think, by a
yeah,
round.
and the weird thing is the 2 rounds that he gave me, like they're the 2 rounds that I thought I probably lost.
And actually, if you look at the cards, I think Donovan Keelty did give those rounds the other way round.
Yeah, it's
It's
weird.
weird, isn't it?
And the way they scored it, like the first 2 rounds, I come out really strong. Definitely won them rounds,
Yeah.
and the Australian judge had me losing the first 2 rounds. And it's like, did he even it up towards the end just to make it look like a closer score? Like it was impossible that I lost the first 2 rounds, but
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's one of them things. It
it is
happens
what
in
it
boxing
is.
all the
On an away
time. Yeah,
day, you're going to struggle, aren't you, a little bit sometimes, especially on a away day that's so far away.
yeah. It's just a shame that I lost my world title in that way when I don't believe I should have, but yeah, it's in the past now. There's not a lot I can do.
No. Well, you're
That's what I
doing
said. There's no point dwelling on the past results. You just got to look to the future and see what else there's out there.
well. I'm glad you're back in the ring because I do think that there is a little bit more to come from you. You seem to get a bit better with age, actually. Despite the two results against Chernica, I do believe that technically you were way better. I think, like you say, you were drawn into a bit of a brawl, and that kind of didn't suit you, did it?
Yeah, I got my nose broke as well in the second round, but obviously didn't help. But yeah, no excuses. It's just what it was. Bad
So
day in the office, as they say.
yeah, well, we're going to have some good days, hopefully. And
Yeah.
starting on Sunday next week, and have a good day, hopefully, at the office. What's your plans after that? Because I know this week you was asked about the Shannon Courtney fight, for example, at Super Bantamweight, and you said
Yeah.
fight you'd really like to take. That's a very interesting option.
Yeah, look, I've got no particular people on my radar. I just want, after this fight, I just want big fights only. I want to be involved in big fights. Obviously, I'd love another world title shot, but I've got to be realistic. Is that going to happen in the next couple of fights? Who knows? If it doesn't happen, then I just want to be involved in big fights. And someone said, "Would you fight Shannon Courtney again?" And yes, that was a big fight. Like when we was matched before, that fight generated so much interest. And they're the fights that I want to be in. And yeah, like I said, it was a bit unfinished business. We was matched so many times, and it never ended up happening. So
Yeah, she
I
sort
do,
of dodged you a little bit, didn't she?
yeah. So I do still feel like it's a fight that should happen. Whether it will or not is another matter.
Well, here's a good one for you. This will stir the pot a little bit. Not that we like to. Your good friend Raven Chapman. She's probably going to be looking alongside a decent fight as well soon. Would you two ever fight each other?
Um, we fought each other 3 times in the amateurs.
Well, I know you have. Yeah.
But no, I think Raven's a featherweight. I wouldn't step up to featherweight.
No.
I think I'd step up to featherweight to fight Shannon Courtney. But realistically, I would do superfly, bantamweight, or super bantam is my limit.
It's a shame because that'd be a good scrap, that you two. Um, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of news going on at the moment. MVP are signing quite a lot of the ladies. I think some
Yep.
of them know well. Ellie Scottney's just been signed as well, and one or two others. MVP seem to be signing all the women. What do you think their motive is on that?
I don't know. Hopefully, it is just to do good things with women boxing. If they can get all the women they're signing out and regular, then it's going to be great for women's boxing. At the moment, it seems like a great thing because I'd say a lot of the other promoters seem to have lost interest in women's
Mm.
boxing. Yeah, they're dropping like flies. I think Ellie Scottney's gone over there, Ramler's gone over there. Matchroom haven't got the same female roster they had before.
No.
So yeah, I think it can only be a good thing.
So with your resume, obviously you've been a world champion. You fought, a couple of times for a world title as well. And you got a stable of fighters over there that are at your level and slightly maybe even slightly higher. It's fair to say with Katie Taylor and so on.
Yeah,
Do you think there might be opportunities for you to be going in as almost an away fighter to fight some of the guys that are signing them?
yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I'll be definitely up for it. That's what I'm looking at, the big fights, and yeah, they've got a lot of people around my weight. As I said, I could go up one or down one. So yeah, I'm up for fighting any of their fighters. So if the opportunity arose, I'd love that opportunity.
Where would you be more comfortable, up a weight or down a weight?
I don't know. It's hard. Bantamweight, I feel comfortable based on Shanika, but she was so much bigger. So you'd probably say down a weight. I'd probably maybe suit more. Um, But yeah, it depends on the fight. I think Shanika was extra big for the weight.
She was big,
Um,
wasn't she?
yeah, none of my other opponents have been that much bigger or stronger. So yeah, it depends on the opponent, really.
It's all sounding good though, isn't it? I like the sound of this. Thing is, sometimes when things like this happen and you sort of take a little bit of a new direction and have a little bit of a spring in your step because you go, right, you know what, I've got one more go at this. Let's have a go. It inspires you to train that a little bit harder, to push yourself that little bit more. I know you've always been a perfectionist. You've always sort of you're in boxing because you love boxing. You're not because you want some extra money to go and buy some new teeth and a new handbag and things like that. Which it happens, but you are a proper boxing person, and that's what I love. The fact that you're there ready to push yourself one more time to get up to that world level. Do you really think you can get there?
It's all about opportunities. I believe if I'm given the opportunity, yeah, I can get there. But it's whether you're going to get the opportunity. That's in this business. It's a hard thing. I mean, like even waiting for the rematch, I was made mandatory, and I still had to wait 10 months
10 months. Yeah.
for that rematch, all because of the opportunities. It's the business side of things. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm given the opportunity, I believe that I can reach that world level again. But yeah, we'll just have to see and hope that I can get another opportunity.
Well, listen, Johnny Clark, he's a lucky boy having you on the card. I think he must have fallen over himself when you said, "Yeah, I'll come fight."
Yeah, me and Johnny known each other for years as well. He was out in Dubai for my world title, so
Yeah.
yeah, he's been supportive from the start. So it's good to be on his show too.
And he's doing really well with the shows, isn't he? He's got the zone involved. He's got some
Yeah.
great 50-50 fights on there. It's nice to see one of the local lads doing so well.
Yeah, he's doing really well. His shows are like brilliant. What he does for small hall boxing, he puts on massive shows, puts on good fights, good 50-50 fights, and he's giving everyone good opportunities. So he promotes everyone really well.
I wouldn't call him small hall anymore. I think I'd call him medium.
Yeah. They're like the big shows. They like all the lightings, all the design, everything. I like the big shows, but obviously it's just I'd say smaller.
Yeah, there's less audience, I guess,
Yeah.
but still seen on the TV, which is great.
Yeah, it's great to have the zone on there. It's a good platform for everyone. It's good exposure for all the boxers.
And DAZN are eating up at the moment, aren't they? They're taking all the boxing shows.
Yeah. It's only Sky left, isn't it?
Sky and DAZN these days. I think a bit of Channel 5 for the Wasserman guys as well. So,
Yeah, got back to
well, it's good to see you coming back out. I'm really pleased that you're gonna get your gloves out there. How's your training going? Have you just been ticking over, or you been like full pelt?
It's been good. Like we have changed it a little bit. I've only had 6 weeks.
Mm.
I couldn't spar because of my nose. So I've only had 2 weeks of sparring. I
Okay.
shouldn't have even. I should have only really had 1 week of sparring, but we squeezed the next week in with a full face head guard to protect the nose. But yeah, it's been short and sweet, which is different because obviously there've been such long camps for my world title. So it's been nice actually. Still obviously trained very hard, but we've just changed things around a bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to this, and I think obviously if you put in a decent performance and make a bit of a statement in this fight, because it isn't an easy fight. No fights are easy, but
Yeah,
this one in particular, she's very underestimated your opponent. She's got a bit of a whack on her. So you've got to be
yeah,
careful. You've got to do your job properly,
definitely.
as they say. Where do you think
Can't get
you
complacent.
obviously you mentioned there that it's been difficult to get opportunities. Do you think you'll be able to get another opportunity quite quickly after this fight?
I hope so, but who knows in this business? Like I thought when I won the world title, I'd have all the opportunities in the world, and it didn't happen. So you can never predict it in this business, but I hope so. Hopefully, like you said, one of the MVP girls need an opponent, and I'm more than happy to step up. So hopefully,
Well, listen, it's York Hall next Sunday afternoon. It's an afternoon show again, isn't it? I think
yeah,
about 2 o'clock. Are the tickets still available? Can people still come and buy some tickets from you?
yeah. Tickets are still available. If anyone wants a ticket, just message me. Yeah, and then looking forward to getting back in the ring.
And you've always been very well supported. You've had some great sponsors on board for quite a long time. They
Yeah.
were there from day one, some of them. Give them a bit of a shout out because it's always nice to recognise some of those guys that have been there for the journey.
Yeah, just massive shout out to all my sponsors. Got BA Surfacing, Up Scaffolding. I'm going to forget everyone.
We'll tag them. We'll tag them.
But yeah, just everyone that's supported me along the way. I just want to say a massive thank you.
Well, listen, it's great to see you coming back. I'm looking forward to this one, and I quite in particular like that fight with Shannon Courtney at Super Bantam. I think that would be a really good boxing fight as well. So,
Yeah,
fingers crossed this goes well for you next Sunday, and who knows, we might well see you and Shannon together in the ring soon.
you never know.
Nina, all the best.
Thank-
Thanks for coming on, and we will see you very shortly. We'll probably see you on fight night.
yeah, cheers. Thank you.